Hey, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing? How's everyone doing? How you doing, Katrina?
Doing well. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Andrew.
How you doing, Sarah? How you doing,
Great.
Karen? Edward?
Hello.
Okay.
Got some people already in the comments already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Showing Trip says I'm here.
Sean.
Nice.
Sean Tripp. He's out of the Tampa market.
Chris
Allen.
Allen, we're here. Yep. James here. Good to see everyone. So yeah, just to remind everyone, welcome. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. Don't be shy. There we go. Oh, okay. So we have a Facebook user. So let me remind them. So if you're on Facebook in one of the groups, underneath the live, there is a little link, StreamYard.com/Facebook. Please give StreamYard permission to show your name and profile pic. So I'll be able to credit you when you comment or ask questions. It'll show your profile and your name. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's really good too, because at the end of this event, we'll be having a raffle, but you have to stay the entire time for the raffle to count. So
That's right. Got to stay the entire time for the raffle.
yes, and we're going to actually be raffling off 2 Creative Cloud yearly or 1-year subscriptions. So if you already have Creative Cloud, it'll just tack on to your current Creative Cloud account. So
Right.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Great. So we got James from Phoenix, Arizona. Got Chris from Tega K, South Carolina. Not sure that's how you say it. Joseph from Milwaukee.
Woot woot.
Julie from Slinger, Wisconsin. Karen's group.
Julie.
Got some Wisconsin people in the
Kathy
house.
Newman from Rosamond, California. I think she was one of my admins in my Photoshop and Lightroom group. Great. Good to see you here. Okay. So before we ask Katrina to introduce herself, maybe we'll go around the room real quick and let the different groups introduce themselves. So Sarah, do you want to introduce yourself and your group?
Sure.
Go around
So
the room real quick and
I'm Sarah Schweiger, and I am.
Sarah, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Sarah Schweiger, and I am the chair of the Tampa Adobe user group. So all those who found out about it through that user group, great to see you guys. Sorry we're not meeting in person, but it's okay. I think this is actually really wonderful. We've got actually 3 different user groups meeting online, and that would have never happened before. So this is a fantastic opportunity. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you learn a lot tonight.
Technically 4 user groups.
Oh, 4. That's sorry.
Yeah, Photoshop and Lightroom group too.
Yeah.
In the house.
I'm so sorry, Andrew.
Oh, it's no problem. Bruce Jones, Todd's here. Good to see you here. Karen, do you want to introduce yourself and your group as well?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Karen Rood, and I am the manager of the Milwaukee Adobe user group. And I'd like to piggyback on everything Sarah just said too. It's great to be able to join so many forces together to bring you this great presentation. So I too hope you learn a lot, and thanks for coming.
Great. And Edward?
Hi there. I'm excited. We're getting ourselves ramped up again. This is the beginning of a whole new way of communicating. And of course, I'm hoping that we grow the group once again to a very large size. And of course, we're broadcasting directly from your room, from your house, your office. How much better? Now, remember, you've got to buy your own pizza and bring it, because unfortunately, we can't put it through the computer, but you're allowed to drink wine, anything you want. You know, if you got it, go for it. And thanks for joining us.
Depending on what time it is. So, all right, great. So yeah, that's all the different groups, and therefore now time for star of the show, Katrina. would you
Wait,
like to,
what about you, Andrew? Did you introduce?
Andrew,
Oh, sure.
Who's the host?
He is
I
the
do
host.
appreciate that. So yeah, so I run the Photoshop and Lightroom group, and then also people might know me on Facebook for also running the Photoshop and Photography group, the Digital Art group, and the Strange and Surreal group. So yeah, been running the Photoshop and Lightroom group for 11 years now and part of the Adobe user group community. And it's been great. A lot of these live events, a lot of sharing of great photography, Photoshop art, and glad everyone's attending today. Good to see you here, everybody. And
Yay.
Todd says we can't drink wine at 7 a.m.
I love that.
I think he's in Australia. So
It's 7 p.m. somewhere.
we got Roland, who's in the Philippines at 7 a.m. Lots of great people in this session. Yeah. Good to see you here, Roland. And Sydney says, I love the Adobe community. Nice. And Matthew says, hello from Tampa to Sarah and the Tampa Bay Adobe gang.
Yeah.
Great. So Katrina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. So great to meet everyone here. Thank you so much for having me. If we're just meeting, my name is Katrina Torrijos, and I am the Creative Cloud Express Evangelist. And you might be thinking, what the heck does that mean? So I like to explain it to people that think of it as like a in-house creator for Adobe. So I do a lot of the live streams on Adobe Live. I do workshops just like this. I also create content for the social channels for Adobe and the Creative Cloud Express channels. So the Instagram, the TikTok, what else are we on? YouTube, all of that stuff. I also contribute content on those channels as well. And also on the side, I am a content creator myself. I am a YouTuber. I upload travel vlogs and lifestyle videos on my YouTube channel. And I'm also a Twitch streamer. I do game a lot as well. Oh, and the most important part, I think, of my role is I am a self-taught designer and video editor. So I did not go to design school or anything. I don't consider myself a creative pro, which is perfect because working with Creative Cloud Express and learning the product and teaching other aspiring creators and beginner creators to get started on their creative journey has been an absolute dream job of mine. So that's a bit about me. Yeah, of course. And Andrew, anything you would like to add?
Just your friends and fans are in the house. So
Yes.
Jordan's here.
Jordan, hi.
And Sydney says hello to Jordan as well.
Hello.
And we have Andrea. Happy Teach.
Hi, Andrea.
And
Jordan
says,
again.
I'm an Adobe stan. What can I say? Find me at every event.
Yes, I love that. And I also saw some familiar names. Like I think I've met Roland before as well. And I've seen Sean around in the community. I see tons of people in the community. So if we're just meeting, so nice to meet you all. And if y'all already know me or have popped into the Adobe live streams, hello again. Nice to see you.
Great. Shall I share your screen? Jump right in?
Yes, we can go right in and start the workshop. So today we'll be going through Creative Cloud Express and going over like the basics of the program and how to quickly make a social media graphic, specifically for Instagram. So let me know in the chat actually if you've ever heard of Creative Cloud Express or Adobe Express as the shortened name is now. Or if you're just seeing this for the first time, or if you played around with it, let me know. I would love to see where everyone's at with the product. But for those who aren't familiar at all, do not worry. We'll start from the very basics. And I just kind of want to get everyone introduced to the tool and hope that that y'all get value and learn something new about Creative Cloud Express. So if you're unfamiliar with the product, though, with Creative Cloud Express, it is Adobe's newest tool for creators that helps them quickly and easily create standout graphics for social to help them build their brand, business, or even just for fun. So whether if you are a beginner designer or if you're like somewhere in the middle, or if you're a creative pro and use all of our flagship tools, Creative Cloud Express will help you in your creative process. Julie says this is brand new. Joseph said first time. Sandra says I use CCE all the time. Great tool. Sean says I always stand with Adobe. Yes, love to see it. Bruce says first time. So we have a lot of first time. Oh, Sean said this is the first time, so I'm ready to learn what it is and how it works. So excited to hear a lot of first timers here. So I hope y'all are just excited as I am to show you what it's all about. Okay, so now onto my screen. So we are on the homepage for Creative Cloud Express. You can access this page by going to express.adobe.com on your browser. We also have a mobile and iPad app as well. It is completely free to get started. So if you don't have an Adobe account, but I mean, this is the Adobe user group, so I'm assuming some of y'all have Adobe accounts, or most of you, but if you don't, you need to have an Adobe account to access Creative Cloud Express, but it is completely free to make an account with us as well and free to get started. It is $9.99 per month for the premium subscription, which gives you access to all of the premium templates, the Adobe stock photo collection, as well as Adobe fonts. So that is a pretty good deal. And I'll also get into like the other offerings as well. But yeah, another thing to note is if you already have an Adobe subscription, so if you already use Photoshop or Illustrator, Premiere Pro, whatever tool, odds are you probably already have access to the premium subscription of Creative Cloud Express. So double check your plans, because most of them should give you access to the premium version to this as well. So that's a huge plus. Hi, Maria. Adobe Express is simply the best. Never use anything else. And your insiders group is just amazing. Yes, love it. Kathy said, I used to use Adobe Spark all the time, but not much with the new app. Well, it is very familiar, Kathy, for all of our Spark users in the group. So onto the screen, I'll just give like a quick little tour of where everything is at. At the top here, we have the navigation menu. So you have all of your most common use cases. So like Instagram story, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, logos, flyers, all of that's in here. And if you click on it, it'll open up a brand new project for you. So this is new. So if you were a Spark user, this was not implemented quite yet. So we have a quick action panel here. So think of quick actions as like quick common tasks that you want to do, like removing a background off of an image, or resizing a graphic really quick, or converting a short video clip into a GIF. You can now do that from the homepage of Creative Cloud Express on the desktop version, without having to go all the way into Creative Cloud Express or all the way into Photoshop or Lightroom or anything like that. So these are just like quick little solutions. So we have like image quick actions like resizing, removing a background, converting to a GIF or PNG or JPG, or cropping. For video, you can merge two clips together, convert to GIF, crop video, change the speed. If something is a .mov or something, you can convert to MP4 just right here. If you just click on it, it's really just drag and drop. You just drop the file and put it in here and it'll do it. So really just simple solutions. We also have PDF quick actions, which was new. So you can actually import like PDFs and stuff, and you just drag the PDF in here and you can organize them. You can edit the text. It's almost like a little mini like Adobe Acrobat inside Creative Cloud Express. So if you ever get a chance, or even as you're watching this stream, go ahead, play around with it, and let me know what you think. You can also combine two PDFs together, organize pages, all that stuff. So really cool stuff. And then as we scroll down here, we have our template library, which we have a really awesome design team that's just updating the template library. So that's up to date with the trends or the seasons, like anything that's going on. Like all of these templates showed up this morning for Teachers Appreciation Day, I think. Is it a day? Should be a week, or actually it should be all the time. So we have everything in here, trending backgrounds, everything's organized, Facebook posts, all that stuff. And you can like toggle this menu here and just scroll through, or hit view all, and it pulls up all of like the use cases on one page. If you scroll down, I noted that there are other things offered with the Creative Cloud Express Premium membership. So you do get the mobile app, which is available for Apple device or iOS and Android. And you also have access to Premiere Rush. So all of my TikTokers out there, Reels makers, if you have Creative Cloud Express, you also get Premiere Rush. So if you want to edit all your videos in Premiere Rush and bring in graphics, or make like those aesthetic like text titles or stickers from Creative Cloud Express, you can download it off of there, bring it into Rush, put some little overlays on your videos, and make your video content look really good. So that's a popular way that our creators use both apps together. We also offer Photoshop Express, which is like a light version of Photoshop on the mobile app and stuff. So there's that. Keep scrolling, more templates, endless amount of templates, just templates on templates on templates. And then we hit the bottom. So at the bottom of this homepage, we have our like little learn panel here. So if there's ever an action or something that you don't know what to do, there's like little short tutorials here that you can scroll through. And if you click on it, it does take you to our YouTube channel. So it has just like a little tutorial and stuff. And you can just learn how to use the product step by step. So
Nice.
while we're on the topic of like YouTube and stuff, we do have a lot of resources. Now we know Creative Cloud Express is brand new to a lot of folks. So we also offer a YouTube channel, the Creative Cloud Express on YouTube, which has a ton of tutorials as well as live streams. I am on there every week, twice a week on Thursdays and Fridays, doing master classes and short sessions on how to create things in the product. So if you ever want to learn or connect with me after this session, I'm on there as well. And there's a lot of our ambassadors and stuff uploading tutorial content on the YouTube channel. We also have a Facebook group where the community comes together to share off each other's works and like give each other like positive feedback and stuff. And also like ask questions. It's just a really uplifting community. And you can also get help there as well. And we also have a Discord server, which is new that we're implementing. So if you're on Discord, look us up, Adobe Express, and you'll find me there, as I am everywhere. You'll find us there. And then we can definitely help you out. Okay, so now that is a lot for the homepage. As you can see, already lots to explore. On the left side here, we have the plus button, which will pull up like a new project and the quick actions. We have a projects tab, which pulls up all of the latest projects. So you can see your girl does a lot of stuff. She does a lot of streams. So all the projects will be here. We also have a shared with you tab. So these are all of the shared projects. So on the topic of sharing, Creative Cloud Express is really collaborative. So whether you're working with a team or a pro designer on something, I mean, all of y'all are pro designers. Everyone who uses Creative Cloud Express should be considered a pro designer. But if you're working with a team on a project, it will show up here. And I'll go into how like different ways people can collaborate using Creative Cloud Express, but I'll get there in a bit. So this is all the shared projects. And then here's the recent projects, which is everything in like chronological order. So the next tab on here is the brand kit. So you can actually create a brand kit in Creative Cloud Express. Here's just one that I made for a workshop. And as you can see, you can upload your own logos, your colors, your fonts. For all my Spark users, it pretty much does look the same. So it's very familiar, and some of y'all might already know how to use this. And then you also can invite people to your brand kit. So what's it called? So if you have a team or if you want to share assets with someone, all you need to do is put in their email, and they do have to have an Adobe email to access your brand kit. And then both of y'all can just grab assets from the same kit and just make graphics that way. And then the next thing on the menu, see, a lot of things. I know, don't worry. Hopefully there's a replay. So you guys can just refer back to this.
But we like features. We like a lot of features.
Yes, there is a lot, and there's more coming in Creative Cloud Express.
Cool.
So here we are on the libraries tab. So this is kind of where all of the collaboration happens with in Creative Cloud Express. So basically, like these libraries, you can put all of your templates in a collection or a library, and then there are different options with like collaborating with your team. So let's say one event series that I do on LinkedIn is the Dream Job Journey series, which I do with our students team, and we do giveaways, and we ask them to create create projects using our templates. So I worked with a designer, and we made these templates strictly for the giveaway, and we share like a public link. And so folks that have account, or really anyone can make an account. It's free to get started. But anyone basically will click into the link. They'll see this little library. They can hit create from, and then it pulls it into like their own account. And then, you know, they just create, post on LinkedIn, and then boom, they're entered in the giveaway, you know? So this is just a fun way to really build your community and keep them engaged, and share templates publicly so that your community can, get inspiration and, you know, just create from your designs. And it's really cool to see like your designs out in the wild and stuff. So that's one way of collaborating. The second way is, let's say you are, you know, you don't have the resources to, or sorry, backing up. The second way to collaborate is when you don't, what's it called? If you're like me and you're not a pro designer, or in my case, I'm exposing myself too much, but I do not know how to use Photoshop. I do not know how to use Illustrator. I know. I am strictly Creative Cloud Express and Premiere Rush. But with taking the same event, for example, the Dream Job series, we hired a pro designer in the community. You might know her, Shine Webster. She's one of our ambassadors. Shout out to Shine if she's watching. But she created these lovely templates for us in Photoshop and Illustrator and turned them into templates and shared it with us through Creative Cloud Express. So she created all of these, She created all the graphics in Illustrator, or actually whatever tool she used. I think she used both. And then she basically exported it all out and put it in Creative Cloud Express and just created these templates for us to use for our events, which was really nice of her. She made so many, so all these stream screens. Yeah, these were all her, and we can easily open them in Creative Cloud Express. And then she also uploaded the individual assets. So like all of these PNGs are pretty much broken up. And so let's say if we have a template that doesn't exactly fit our needs, we can just create one just from scratch and still be on brand with the assets. Like she has all the backgrounds uploaded, all the different boxes, and yeah, we could just easily create something from scratch that way. So really collaborative if you're like me and you don't use the flagship tools, and you want to work with someone who is more on the pro side, doesn't really do much on Creative Cloud Express. Now y'all can collaborate and work on projects together. So cool. That is really cool. Okay, so that was a lot of talking, really. But so let's just get on with it and get into the editor, and let's make something.
Real quick, I wanted to say that Andrea says it's like a legit infomercial where the features never stop.
I know, it does not stop,
Andrea. And I wanted to say quick, this is a long way since Spark. Like I loved Spark when it first came out, and I had no idea it has changed this much. It's crazy. I can't wait to dive in.
Yes, there's so many changes that has happened, and a lot. I can confidently just say it to everyone, a lot more is coming. Like we've seen the plans and the future for this product. It's just going to keep on improving and stuff. And, with communities like the user groups, the Facebook groups, everyone, we take everyone's feedback in, and, we really wanted to make this product to be very community driven and community built. So if you have any feedback at all, anyone in chat or any you four, you just let me know. And we'll make it happen. Yeah, of course, Andrew.
So is the name itself going to be changed to Adobe Express, or is it going to stay as Adobe Creative Cloud Express?
So Adobe Express is the shortened version because it's still called Creative Cloud Express. Right? Yes, either way is cool. It's just when we first launched, we didn't really have a way of shortening it at first. So all the time we were just like Creative Cloud Express, but from feedback of the community, it's a mouthful to say. I'm still saying it, like it's still in my vocabulary. I still haven't gotten used to Adobe Express yet. Cool. But yes, Adobe Express is the new shortened name for the product, but they mean the same thing.
It's Katrina, much easier to
may I ask a quick question about the video part, because I thought that was very interesting. Okay. Are there limitations as to how big a video could be when you're working in that? Like if you're just doing simple edits for something really quick, is it really, are you wanting to limit how big the video is? Because video can get big.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know the limits. There are actually two different ways. Like where I mentioned Premiere Rush, I don't believe there is a limit because it's pulling in sources from like Premiere Pro, so I think there's a lot more flexibility in terms of file size if you use Premiere Rush to edit. But we do have a built-in like a video editor. So we have Creative Cloud Express Video and Web Page, which is very similar to Spark and like Spark Video and Spark Page.
So the videos are stored on the Adobe Creative Cloud?
Yes, if you save it through your CC libraries, it'll be in the cloud for sure.
Okay, and that's included with the cost of this program.
Yes, you do get CC libraries.
And then we have a question from Kathy.
Mhm.
Is there something comparable to the web page or story feature in Adobe Express? I really enjoyed that in Spark, and I haven't run across it in Express as of yet.
Yes. So, Kathy, for web page, if you click the plus button here, you scroll down and you go to web page, you'll see this is the Spark page that you love and you miss. So it's exactly the same. You can definitely do it that way. So that's how you find it if you haven't discovered it. I know it's really hidden. It's like here. So think of this as Spark page and think of this as Spark video.
Cool.
So this is where you'd find it. Cool.
Excellent.
Any other questions? No big questions?
She
Oh,
just
Roland
says
answered
awesome.
the question.
She says
Yeah. Yay, Kathy. Okay, cool. Yeah, Roland said video in Express is 2 gigs, 1 hour duration. Yes. Okay, so yes, there is a limit on if you use this one, which if you use Spark Video before, it does this whole thing. What's it called? I'll just show it really quick.
Great.
It pulls in here. And then, so the Spark video is like this. So there's not too many updates on this end. You can do the widescreen, you can do the square, and it's like the very light version this is ideal for folks who are just getting into video editing. So if you've never edited a video before, highly recommend this. It's very drag and drop. You upload like your footage and stuff. You can add text, photos, like very easy version. But if you're a little bit more advanced or more familiar with this tool or have used it when it was Spark, consider moving up to Premiere Rush for more advanced features.
Great.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Any other questions before we just dive right in?
Any questions? Let us know in the
Even
comments.
panel, even a lovely panel on this side of the screen. Okay, cool. So we're just going to go ahead and create a fun little Instagram post. So we're just going to scroll through the template library and see.
And there is a
what's
quick
happening.
question.
Okay.
Question is, I have Creative Cloud subscription. Do I have access to Rush?
For
I guess if they have the Creative Cloud subscription, I guess it depends on which subscription they have.
Yes, it does depend on which plan you have. If you have all apps, of course you do. If you have the video bundle, definitely. If you have Creative Cloud Express, then you should have access to Rush. I'm not sure about the other two. Maybe you can tell me, Andrew, if it comes with like the photography plan or something, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think we're like photography plan, maybe for the video plan, yeah.
Video plan for sure.
So
yes, but you can
Great.
also check in your dashboard too on your account.
Great.
What apps you have access to.
Great.
Okay, so I'm feeling a little travel-y today for today's template. The weather has been great here in the Bay Area, so I am feeling some, let's pretend we're going somewhere. Let's make an Instagram post about travel. Do y'all have any travel plans on the panel or in comments? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it.
Well, I think I might.
Going to Michigan. Going to Michigan.
Michigan. Nice.
Is that a good place to go?
Yeah, I think so. Anywhere's a good
Michigan.
place to go, even if it's a staycation,
And when Adobe
Michigan's
Max,
really pretty.
when Adobe Max comes to Los Angeles, I'm going to travel from Beverly Hills, West Hollywood to downtown Los Angeles.
So far, I love it.
Maybe I'll take
Okay.
an Uber.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so here we are in the editor. So before, as you can see, I just jump right in. But so here is the editor for Creative Cloud Express. On the left side, I would say it's all of the content. So things like templates, we have the templates here. We also have a Discover tab. So if you're looking for something specific, you type in a keyword, like let's say flowers or something, and then it just pulls up everything related to flowers, all the shapes, design assets, backgrounds, text even, and even the stock photos. So quick way to search if you haven't played with the Discover tab yet. We also have a text tab where it has different text lockups and text templates that you can play with. You can also just add your text by hitting this button, and it pulls up a little text box here. And then going down the row, we have photos. So this is where the Adobe stock photo collection is. And as a Creative Cloud Express user, or I need to start saying Adobe Express, as an Adobe Express user, you get access to the entire Adobe stock photo collection as a premium user. And you could tell if something is a premium asset is if it has a crown here. But if you're a free user, we still have a very generous amount of photos. Like these are all the free photos that you can use, and it just keeps scrolling. So there's options for everyone, but I definitely think that the premium is the way to go because you get access to the entire photo collection. You can also upload your own photo, and you can also pull from your Lightroom, so you don't have to download from Lightroom, re-upload to a Creative Cloud Express. You could just pull directly from there, also from Dropbox, Google Drive, and Google Photos. And then we have shapes. So this is one of our brand new additions that we have added to Creative Cloud Express. So before, they used to be called icons. They still are. They have been updated. We have way more icons than before. And we also have basic shapes, which is something that the community has been asking for forever, and it is finally here. So think of these almost like basic vector style-esque shapes. So things like basic circles, rectangles, triangles, arrows, arches, things like this. And the really cool thing about these, let's do a rectangle. Oh, we can get rid of this text right here. The cool thing about the rectangle is before, you some of the shapes, as you all know, that you can only resize them like this. Well, now the basic shapes, you can now stretch them, make them shorter, make them taller. You can take out the fill, or you can take out the color, or the border, and you can also change the color of everything as well, which is just amazing. And then you can also adjust the thickness of the border, or stroke, as some people, our pro designers say stroke. And you can still apply the blend modes as well as adjust the opacity. And yes, and you can also flip as well. I think my favorite shapes would have to be the arches, because like before, like you can stretch them and make them taller. So like this, it's just super cool. You can add a border, and it's just so much more customizable for all of these basic shapes. And same thing with arrows too. If you click on it, you can make them longer, and then you can make them as thick as you want or as thin, changing the color. It's just so much more customization to the icons and the basic shapes that, if you haven't checked it out, highly recommend. And then we also have the design assets, which is like all of the stickers and illustrations, frames, textures, and all that stuff that you can add to your project. We also have backgrounds and like patterns. And then there's also a place for your logos here. So if you filled out the brand kit, all of your logos will appear right here. And then you can just like pop them in. It's just super easy. And then you can also have access to all of your CC libraries. They'll just appear right here. Cool. And then on the right-hand side, we have all the adjustments. So this is like colors. So color palettes and things. You can change the color palette of a project. You can add an animation. So the text animations and photo animations, like as they were in Spark, those haven't changed quite yet. But if you love using those animations, they're still here. There's also the background feature, which you can add a border to your project or create like these grids. And then you can also resize your project with the one-click resize tool. So like we have this one, you can change it to story, Instagram, portrait. It's just super, super easy. to do. And then we have the design tab, which you can do the one-click branding thing or look at different variations of your project. So a lot of new things, but a lot of familiar things that y'all loved about Spark. So I hope that was a good rundown of what Creative Cloud Express is today. Let's see what's in chat. Jordan says, I want to go to Max. Happy she's just at the airport as we speak. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for tuning in from the airport. My goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go and flip this project. Let's change this to maybe a post about like the 4 must-see spots in San Francisco or something, because that is where I'm based and I kind of know some cool spots in SF. So let's just pretend that this is what this social media post will be about. Spots. Oh, oops, I forgot C. Must see spots. And then I'll put San Francisco in a different line. So we'll just drag it. Here you go. We'll duplicate it. And then we'll just change the font here. And feel free, Andrew or crew, if you want to chime in or ask any questions, feel free during this demo. We're going to make this say San Francisco, and we're going to highlight it a little bit. Oh, forgot another new thing. Lots of new things. We have font recommendations now. So basically what that is if you're if you're ever not sure what font to use in a project, you can just click on the text, and at the bottom here, you'll see a new panel called font recommendations. All I have to do is hit explore more, and then you will actually see the font in context of where it's placed on your project. So for example, like San Francisco, I'll just move it like here. What does it look like against this part? So if I just click out and then click back in on the new location, it'll show what the text will look like against the background in real time. So this is pretty clutch if you ever want to know what a font looks like against like a really complex background or something like that, or how it will show up. And I don't know, I think it's really cool.
They need that for Illustrator.
Mhm.
Everything.
And InDesign.
Absolutely.
Yes, for sure. Because, sometimes fonts will look great in one place, but like you want to move it and then it doesn't look the same, So definitely a great addition that they added. Okay, so we're going to change the color, and I will move this back now. Here we go. And then we'll make this a little bit bigger.
Are there curve features or things like that where you could curve San Francisco if you want it?
So we have this tool right here. So yes, there are curved features and grids, and we also have like magic effects. So you could put it in a like little circle like this, and then you can do like the arch or like the bottom arch. I don't know if y'all could see. Sorry, it's really small. So yes, and then you can also add in a shape behind it as well. Let me see the shapes. So these are like different shapes you can put behind the text. And then what else? You can also add a drop shadow and an outline. So a couple different effects you can add to what's it called? The text.
Nice.
And then to get out of an effect, like let's say you're on curved or you're on grid or something, you want to take it out. A lot of people don't know this, but if you just hit align left, it takes it off. So I've heard a lot of people getting stuck on like the curved feature. Like when they select something here, they can't, they can undo it by hitting like the undo button, but to get out of it, let's say you're too far in and you have to hit undo like a million times, just press left align again, or any of these aligns, and then it'll be fine.
Nice.
Okay, and we'll actually make this a sans serif font so we can just make it a little bit easier to read. There you go. And we have a nice contrast between the cursive font and then the sans serif font. Okay, and then we'll just leave this part off to the side, and then we're actually going to drag the pictures down a little bit, like here, and then going to resize so you take up more of the page, and we're going to move this tape here just off to the side because it kind of runs in with the title, So there you go. You can also move all of the design assets just by using these notches. So you can rotate them and then drag them off. So really easy. It's really easy and intuitive. I wish there was a more fancy techie way of explaining it, but that's just how easy this program is. I can't explain it any differently, really. It's really easy to use. Okay, so this looks pretty good. So now we're just going to replace these photos with pictures of San Francisco. So with templates, a lot of the assets come grouped already. So all you have to do is just ungroup them, and then you can mess with all of the layers and customize it however you want. So if you click on what's it called? This corner right here, it pulls up the layers panel, because Adobe, we work in layers. And since things are stacked on each other, we just have to click on a layer that we want to edit, and then it selects it for you. And then so since we're replacing a photo, we just click on the photo, hit replace, and then it'll pull up the photo panel. And all we have to do is search up, let's say, like Golden Gate Bridge. Hit enter, and it pulls up all of the photos of the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's pick this one because it just looks a little different from these other ones. I think it looks pretty unique. And then we're going to use the crop and shape button to just fit it how we want. Get it a little bit zoomed out. And you can also change the crop of the photo. You can do like circles, triangles, or whatever, or like any of the ratios. It's pretty neat. Let's do that. And then while we're on this photo, we can add enhancements or filters. So you can add a duotone, grayscale, maybe like a film, like matte effect, a lighten effect, colorize, all that stuff. But today we're going to enhance it. So think of this as like light photo editing. So we're going to just up the contrast and the brightness a bit and the saturation. Let's boost the colors. So if you're like me and sometimes forget to edit your photos before putting it into a graphic, doing a light edit like this can really make a difference in your social graphic.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you could blur backgrounds from in here.
Yes, so you can also blur the photos right here, and then it could just adds a nice soft blurry effect like this.
And then there's a question from Scott.
Yes.
And he says, can you export to a PDF with high enough resolution for printing, or is this more for online graphics?
You can export as PDF on Creative Cloud Express. We do have things like resumes and flyers and posters, which does require PDF. And so you have it as an option right here. Best for printing, highest quality.
Great.
Cool. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and just do the other 3 photos. But you're going to see the process is literally repetitive and it's the same. So just going to go ahead and do that. Basic steps. Have y'all been to San Francisco before?
I lived there
Anybody?
for about 4 years.
Never been there, but I've always wanted to go.
Oh, you should go.
On my list too.
This technology kind of looks like the fresco technology.
Mm-hmm.
way
In
that
what
it-
way? That's familiar.
The layers
Mm-hmm.
and when you're working with like a tablet, it kind of feels that UI feels.
Mm-hmm. It looks very similar.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same with Photoshop. Like
Mhm.
it's very similar there too.
Yes. So we do we do get a lot of inspiration, and we do pull from similar technologies in Photoshop, and Acrobat, and also Premiere. So, a lot of things are familiar. You're the first to say that it reminds you of Fresco. Actually, I've actually never heard that before, and I've used Fresco a couple times, so it's really interesting to hear.
When you're looking at the layers, can you look at them like not just on the sides, but like in front of, like direct? Is there other ways of seeing the layers?
For now, the layers is just off to the side right here. It's supposed to be like a little snapshot of what is on the project.
And how do you move a layer from one to another? You just drag it to where you want it?
Yes, so you can easily drag the layers like this, and then it'll adjust. And it's just super easy to move.
Nice.
Or you can there are these arrows here as well that you can just move it up or down one if you want.
And you
But
group layers if
yeah.
you want to move a few at once.
For grouping layers, yes. So you would have to click on one asset, and then if you hold the shift button and click on another one, sorry, not in layers. It has to be on the canvas. So you click on one and you shift click on another one, and it kind of groups it, and you group it like that. Yeah. So you can't group from this side. So if you click here, and then if I try to group these two together, if I click one and I shift click and press this one, it does not do it together. But if I do it on the canvas, so I click one here, shift click here, and then even the tape, I can group all three.
Cool.
Yes, great questions. Oh my gosh, y'all are jogging my brain, my trivia about Creative Cloud Express. I love it. So yeah, any questions in the chat, feel free to keep them coming.
If you have like that 4 must-see spots, your title, can you group those and then curve the whole thing at one time, or do you have to do each one part?
I believe it's only one part because since these are separate, the effects apply like individually. So like not because these are two different text boxes. So the effect will apply to, so I'll have one curve for must-see spots and one curve for San Francisco. If they were all in the same text box, you can apply the effect to like the whole thing as a whole, and the whole, like both lines will be in like one circle, if that
And
makes
if
sense.
you want to change a picture, is there a way to just like not necessarily move the picture, but just highlight it and then tell it to be this other picture, or do you have to just replace it by dragging something into it?
Like, what do you mean? Like
Let's say I
changing?
want to change the bridge to
Mhm.
the picture with the people with the hands, for example,
Mhm.
on the globe. Can you just highlight the picture and say use this one, or do you have to drag it over? Is there a special technique? Oh, it says replace.
Yes, to replace the photo, you can click here, hit replace, and then pick an image that you want. And then if there's any filters or anything on this original image, it'll apply it to the next image that
Oh,
you
that's
put.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have
Maria has, yeah, I was gonna say Maria has a great question, which I actually was wondering too, which is if you wanted to put it up, Andrew, that's fine. Is there any way to turn off the layers?
What do you mean
Oh,
turn off
good
the?
one.
Oh, like hide
so they're not
layers?
visible, I guess.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, no, right now there isn't a way to turn off layers. But that is a really great suggestion, and I will write that down for notes because that is actually amazing. That'll be really helpful.
And then someone asked, did you say at any point if you can install non-Adobe fonts?
Non-Adobe fonts. Yes. So if you go to, here we go. Let's go to the text. If you click on the text and pop out this panel, if you open the menu here, you can click on more fonts and this will just pull up more Adobe fonts. But if you scroll all the way up to the top, you can click on add fonts. And then from there, you can upload any fonts you want on your computer.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
This has really gotten a lot more powerful than it used to be.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
it's only gonna get better.
Play with it.
Yeah.
I think Roland asks, is there a limit to how many layers you can have?
There is, but I am not sure of the number. I have
25 maybe?
more than that. I have someone in chat. I don't know. Maybe Maria, I think, could answer this, or Jordan. She's on my team, or Sydney. There is a limit, but it's high. I
Right.
want to say it's 100 or it's 50, but I could be wrong.
And can this be
Yeah.
turned on to animate so that you could have one picture, another, they just pop up?
To animate, I believe I am actually not sure. I don't think you can't do have the pictures pop up one by one. Just like Spark, it's kind of like a one-click animation and kind of like the AI kind of determines it. So we haven't added too many updates to the animations panel since Spark, which is something we are working on actually to make it a better experience. So like for example, I haven't tested this out. So if it does something crazy, don't put it on me. Okay, this is a gamble. Okay. So it does the whole thing because I think this corkboard is actually an image as well.
Hmm.
So it does the whole thing, because the goal for the animations panel was to just add something simple to what's it called? To your projects. So it's not too robust, if I'll say so.
Is there a
Um,
timeline that we could follow? I mean, like you want to
What do you mean a timeline?
For animation, I guess.
For animation, just a simple timeline like this happens and this happens.
Looks like it's more like presets, right? Like
Yes, they're like
zoom things.
animation presets. Yes, that's a great way to put it, Andrew. Yeah, so we don't have any timelines for what's it called, the animation. Although that would be really helpful, especially for folks who do a lot of video, which is in that case you would go to either Creative Cloud Express Video or do the animation work in Premiere Rush if you want more of a video asset.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. And then let's add some design assets. I like the tape, but like not that much. So we're just going to change it and we're going to check out design assets. So let's look at tape. These are all great questions. Keep them coming. Roland says, great, that is now over 100. Okay, Jordan answered. It's over 100, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So we have some tape assets. So many different things. They have metallic tape. That's cool. I want like a washi tape. So like these. So can add different colors and stuff and it just pops up.
These
But
tapes are transparent. Is that what that is under there? It says 100% down on, or is that the background?
which one?
Can you make the tapes transparent?
Yes. So they all have opacity settings right here. And you can also crop and shape them as well. So if there's a design asset, but there's a part that you don't like about it, you can easily just crop it.
And here's a good question from Chris. Can you reformat for smartphone?
Yes. So we have a one-click resize tool. So over here, we're on Square right now, but if we wanted to go to Instagram Story, just click it and it just extends the canvas to whatever dimensions that you want. You do need to rearrange it a little bit and re-optimize, but it's not a big deal. Just reorganizing. Everything's on the page already.
Good.
Is there a spot to increase the PPI of your image for because I know that an iPhone has a real high screen resolution and some phones might not. Will it automatically adjust, or if somebody has a phone that doesn't quite have that, will it scale things appropriately, or is there a way? Because somebody was asking if it goes for print. I guess that would be similar. If someone's looking for something, let's see, like a movie poster detail, can somebody, like in this case, let's say this was a picture, you wanted somebody to be able to zoom in and see the picture after the fact. Is there a way for someone to see these and say, I want to just click on like the picture of the steps and see that detail, more detail? Somebody viewing the actual presentation to them.
Like if we're able to zoom in into the project, or just you're talking about adjusting
the final
PPI?
product that somebody has
Different resolution.
Will they be able to zoom in and see that picture fill up the screen?
Like I'm kind of confused. So adjusting the resolution, not
Let's say you have
so much
4
the
different
size.
people and you want to zoom in on them.
You're saying like print quality?
Yeah, do you have to have it at a certain size to place it in? And can it like zoom up if somebody wants to see after you've created it?
And they want to zoom in. So the act of zooming in.
Yeah.
So you can zoom into the project and get really into the detail just using this, like the zoom in feature. And if you hold the space bar and drag around, you can see like all the lines, like really get into the detail. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Edward?
but I want to make sure that the end user could see that.
So then I have a question, which is, if you design something like this, is there a way that you can click on a button and have it populate for different sizes all at once? So you'd have one that's like, say, print quality, one that's for Facebook or Instagram, just by like a click of a button. Is there a way that it can populate different sizes or preset sizes?
That is a great question. We've actually had someone ask this before, but no, we do not have a populate right now. I wish we did. That is such a great idea. And I think, cool. I think we should have one, but we don't. Yeah, when you export it, you hit the download, you only do one at a time.
Katrina, I have a quick
Mhm.
question. I
Yes.
know with Facebook and all these different worlds that are being made now, are people, or is there future thoughts of having some kind of three-dimensional capabilities in this program, or are people building these for NFTs? Like, what is kind of the direction that this
Mhm.
um, obviously great for social media, great for making a poster, but kind of
Mhm.
what's the future hold for this program?
I believe that our primary use case for this will still be for the creative communicators. So thinking things like folks who are in marketing, or folks who want to get creative with like their projects, like making presentations and stuff, in addition to like, of course, social media use cases. In terms of like NFTs and getting into that space, we have gotten a lot of questions like about that. And I definitely think that Creative Cloud Express may be able to get into that space in the future, but right now our primary focus is just the marketing and social media right now. But with the other products like Photoshop and Illustrator and stuff, I'm pretty sure you've already seen that we started putting out content in that space, with the NFTs and stuff like that. So definitely our other products are more ahead than Creative Cloud Express. So, but right now we're just focused on like the beginner creators and stuff like that.
And I was going to say, in terms of NFTs, if you have
Mhm.
through Adobe, if you have your own Behance gallery, there
Mhm.
is a whole section where you click on NFTs and you can connect to like your NFT gallery or site.
Mhm.
So Adobe is embracing NFTs, and Paul
Yes.
Tranny does a lot of different, examples of NFT.
Yes, he is your NFT guy. If you have more questions about NFTs, definitely get in contact with Paul. He's great. Has so much knowledge in that space.
Cool.
Mhm. Yes. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Oh, we can add some more text. How are we doing on time, Andrew?
Well, we're at 57 minutes, but if you want to go beyond, that's fine.
It's up to you. You're the show. We can stop here. I can add
No,
more
a
and
bit
just
more,
I feel
is
like we're
cool.
now into the Q&A portion, like y'all saw the basics of what we could do. And I could still work on this graphic while y'all ask me some
Well,
questions.
Andrea has a question.
Okay.
Happy Teach in the house. So is there a size limit? So can I make a 50,000 by 50,000, I guess, pixel image? I have no reason to make this, but I'm just curious.
Mhm. I have never made a 50,000 by 50,000. I'll tell you that. But I'm not entirely too sure. I don't think there is, because there is on the Resize tool. We have, or sorry, I click original image. Oops, back up. There is a custom enter size. So I don't think there is, if they would have this option to like resize it however you want, and pixels, millimeters, and inches and
It looks
stuff.
like
So
Roland says it might be
is
6,000
there?
by 6,000.
Is there? Okay, Roland knows a lot more than me, clearly.
Are
But I
there
have never made anything that big before,
are there a few
just honestly.
examples of some of your favorite uses, such as a portfolio piece, or somebody
Mhm.
selling a particular product, or somebody just talking about an event coming up that you could show and maybe say, here's what they did, something that you find interesting
Well, you
from
just have a whole
Mm.
library, right, Katrina, like of your work. So
Yes, I do have a library. I know of one really unique use case that was someone else's work. I don't have it to show. It was part of our Dream Job Journey series. So it's on YouTube. It's the Dream Job Journey in fashion. I believe one of our presenters, he actually created a whole um what's it called? Not portfolio, proposal deck for Gucci. He's an intern at Gucci and he was planning a fashion show. So he used Creative Cloud Express to put the outfits together, put locations together, and like lined up all the models and stuff, and like kind of like note it was just like
that sounds fascinating,
yeah, it
actually.
was like a multi-page, almost like mood board of like the outfits, locations, names of the models and all that stuff. And it was just a deck, like a multi-page deck of all of that. And he, it was being used to plan a fashion show at Gucci. So like it was really interesting. I don't have it here with me right now, but if Jordan or someone in the chat, or even you, Andrew, if you wanted a link, it's Dream Job Journey in Fashion. I can even look at it. It's on the Creative Cloud Express YouTube channel under videos. You'll be able to find it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how far you could take it.
We've had a lot of people make like a lot of resumes, presentations. Some people even made what's it called, like newsletter graphics or something. But as Andrew mentioned, let's actually pop out of here, since I think we're safe to go into the Q&A. Y'all kind of saw an intro of the editor here, and we can go back if we have another feature question. But let's just go into my libraries. There are some things that I have made. So a lot of these are in Adobe Live. So here's one that I'm working on. We have an event, another dream job event in gaming and Twitch streaming. So we have like a bunch of like stream slides, like, you know how in this stream we had like a starting scene or kind of like an intro slide, or like a offline slide or whatever. So people have made assets for their live stream, like their overlays and stuff in here. And then what else have I made? This is all work that I have made. As you can see, it's a lot of social media. So we have podcast covers or album covers. I did a whole thing on like how to change your covers on like Spotify, because you can change the little image. And in Apple Music as well. These are flyers that I've made with a roller skating association. So different flyers. What else? Oh, desktop wallpapers. I did a whole thing on how to make desktop wallpapers, and I'm on screen, right? Not window. This is actually made in Express. This is my desktop wallpaper.
Cool.
So things like that. People get really creative with what they make.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh, let's look at all of my projects. Those were just in my libraries. So what's in here? Let's expose myself right now. What have I made?
So here's a quick question. If
Yes.
I know that if you have a template, you click on it, you can then tweak it, resave it out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a project, there's an easy way to take your own project and then make that basically a template to do a redesign of it, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, so you can templatize any of your designs, which is what you saw in libraries. So if we're popping back onto this project and you hit the share button and then go to make a template, here's how it will say license Adobe stock. So if you share like premium assets, you do get this little warning that says, hey, this is a premium asset, just so you know. Not everyone can open it, which is fine. Just hit got it, and then you name it like SF template or something. You can add a note, and then you can save it to a library, or you can create a brand new one here. And then in this case, we will save it to social media templates and then hit save template, and then it'll just create it in the background. And so next time I open the library, it'll show up and it'll create a brand new project using this template.
And that type it's actually animating itself right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this whole thing will show up as a new template the next time.
Will this also make a Facebook header or something like that?
Yeah, so it's all in the Resize tool. We have different templates for everything. So if you scroll down for social profile, we have Facebook covers, or the profile cover, page cover, event cover, channel art, Twitch banner, Twitter banner, all that stuff. So we have a lot of different sizes.
And then Roland says that I hope there will be a multi-page feature. This will make Express so great. It will be game changing.
Yeah. Yes. I will say that is something we are definitely working on. I cannot give too many details about when it'll come out, but just know, Roland, we hear you. We hear everyone asking for multi-page. It is going to come. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Katrina, could you show a little bit more on like collaborating and sharing with other people on a team?
Yeah, of course. So, like which part? Just in general? Want me to?
Yeah, just in general. Like, let's say I build like this up, and I have like a bunch of ads that I want other people to be able to access or change how they see fit, or.
Yeah, of course. So, I guess while we're here, the first way of collaborating is if you're already in just a single project, want to give access, you can add an editor just by hitting the little person and plus button, and then you just put in like their whatever email they're using with the Adobe account, and it'll just show like who's in here. You can also get a link to share out as well. So that's how you can add folks to a project. Another way is you can also publish this project. So let's say you want to share it with someone, but you don't want them to make edits. You know, you want them on view only. So you could just hit share and then just get a link, and then it'll, when someone puts in the link, it'll just show your page or like your project in like an empty, you know, like a browser page, really, just for viewing, which is cool. And it's generating right now, but yeah, let's just leave that there. And then going back into like the libraries and stuff. So for the collaborative piece, let's say the first way is like you and your community, right? So let's say you create like a couple templates or something that you want to share with your community. You want people to post on Twitter or something like that, like a little social activation or something like that. You can make a bunch of templates, put it in a library just like this. This is one I'm creating for my next stream next week. I put all of the templates in here. All I have to do is just hit share, make public link, and then I can share the public link with my viewers like before the stream, like, hey, here are the templates, create from them and show me what you got on social, you know. So that's one fun way with you and your community. When it comes with you and another team member, you can also hit share and invite someone to this library so that they can put in, like, they can contribute to the library. So it could be like a shared thing. They can make their own templates, put it in the same library, all of that stuff, or even select templates that you've made and work from that. It's just, everything is just a shared space in this sense.
Great.
And then in terms of working with like a team or another designer with CC libraries, you know, all the CC libraries, like it communicates across all the flagship apps. So if someone makes something in Photoshop, all they have to do is just export it as PNGs. That's the thing. We cannot, CCX won't read a what's it called, like a Photoshop file or an Illustrator file. So the thing is, it's to communicate with Creative Cloud Express, you need to do export to PNGs. So like with the example I had with the pro designer, she made all of these in Photoshop, but exported them as PNGs. No. She actually put these together in Creative Cloud Express and templatized them. It's the assets that she made in Photoshop and Illustrator that she exported into PNGs. And so she was able to like pull them together. So if I click on a template that she made, I just hit create from, and then it's going to think about it. And then eventually it will open up another project, and then it'll be just completely editable. But she made these templates herself in Creative Cloud Express, and then we'll be able to like move stuff around and things. So, or I think this is actually a flat image, I think. Oh, wait, no. See, there's a little thing right here. There's a grid right here that I'm moving around. See?
Is anybody using these to supplement their PowerPoints or anything where they have to present for like businesses or anything? Do you know of at this point?
Yeah, definitely. We do have a lot of presentation templates available. I actually did a course with the education team on how to make templates with Creative Cloud Express. So yeah, people make slide decks all the time using Creative Cloud Express. Like they will either take the project and use them itself as slides, or they'll make like a part of it and put it in Google Slides or PowerPoint or whatever platform they prefer. So yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Any other questions? Such good questions. Thank you so much.
Nice. Any other questions?
Oh, Roland had one. He said, can only one person still only edit at a time? Yes. So to avoid overwriting, we still only have one person editing at a time. There's no live co-editing, but you know, if y'all want it, feel free to put in the feedback in like our Facebook group or our user voice. But yeah, right now we just don't want people to like overwrite each other. So we still kept it at one at a time.
Roland says, I hope we also have version controls in the project as a feature, like a time machine.
That would be amazing and super powerful. I'd love that too.
A lot to ask though, maybe. Great.
Cool. Anything else? That was a lot of information.
Yeah, it's a lot of great features.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Good thing for replays.
of course. How are y'all feeling? Like, what is your initial like impressions of this, of the
A
product
lot
so
to
far?
learn, a lot to go back over and take it step by step. I
Yeah,
was
there's
surprised at
more
how
in
many
it.
features.
There's more in it.
It's
than-
yeah,
Mhm.
amazing. I can see me definitely using this for my, day-to-day job for sure.
Mhm.
No, it's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I tried my best with explaining a lot of the stuff, and hopefully I know I answered all your questions. But if you or anyone in chat have any more questions for me, like I'm on social, my DMs are open. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to answer any questions because yes, this is a lot of information and a lot to take in. The product's so different from when it was Spark, and it blows my mind. And there's more coming. So there's a lot more learning, and I'm so excited to learn with y'all together. So
Yeah, and the
yeah.
thing that I love about it is that you have all these different like templates that you can work on, and
Mhm.
not only are they right there for you to choose from, but if you're stuck on a creative, like, you just can't get an idea out, like I
Mhm.
just did right there, then what happens is you have all these templates with which to kind of spur a new idea from. So
Mhm.
I love that. And, you might even be stuck on like ideas for color, and then all of a sudden you go and you see the templates, and it spurs a whole kind of color theme for you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Exactly. Like I didn't get to show this, but like my back on my screen share. When you brought up colors,
Right.
like I brought up the new like color palette. So the reason why I have a very soft spot for the color shuffle
Yeah, those are
animation
nice.
is because all of these color palettes are new. They're more organized in Spark, I believe, or the first iteration of Creative Cloud Express. Like it was just like all put together, like the color palettes were not labeled, but now they do have color themes. Do I have a back button? Here you go. And so you
Nice.
have bold, classic, professional, pastels. So it's a bit more organized here. But if we were to like click on one, oh, by the way, this is for Jordan. She's in the chat. We did a Patreon stream last week, did a whole branding for her podcast. So if you hit the color shuffle, I don't know. I just think
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
just so cool. Like this is why I don't know. I think this is the best animation in my opinion. But yeah, it just
Really
shuffles
quick.
through the color. Yeah.
Really quick. Like you can't even add color to Illustrator that fast.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And if you want to like mix it up, like let's take out this animation. And then if we just go back to colors, did I take it off? Yeah, I did. You could just shuffle it too. So like even just going through the different colors, just shuffling through until you find something that you like I think is really powerful, especially if you don't have you're not an expert in like color theory or what colors should go together or contrast and stuff like that. And you can also sub out any of the colors individually if you want to. So there's a lot of creative control when it
So
comes to color palettes.
a phrase comes to mind:
Mhm.
work smarter, not harder. Right. So it's, quick.
Yes. I love that phrase so much. It has actually been my theme for this
Cool.
year. I feel like I hear it so much. And it's so funny when I do live streams on Adobe Live, I have this joke where I tend to work harder, not smarter, because I forget a lot of the shortcuts and the things that Creative Cloud Express can do. So people will see me like create things one by one when I could just duplicate right away. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm doing it again. I'm working harder, not smarter. And then just doing that. And it's just so funny because I hear that all the time with this
Cool.
tool. And I'm like, I need to work on that still. I need to remind myself that, yes, this tool is supposed to make your life a lot easier.
Nice.
It feels
And
like
this
something that you could ideate, like if you're doing
Mhm.
the ideation process. So maybe you are a graphic designer who uses Illustrator or Photoshop.
Mhm.
This is a great mood board to change out the colors real quick, change out the illustrations, textures, all that stuff to just ideate
Mhm.
very, very quickly. And you can literally pull images as well. So it's kind of creates this like
Mhm.
really quick mood board for any
Exactly.
project you're working on, whether it's UI, UX, or
Mhm.
if it's video or anything. It seems like a great tool for that kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Great. Let's see. Okay, cool. So any more questions, viewers? Otherwise, I can give some shout outs to everybody.
Yes, shout outs. And the raffle.
Oh, yes.
Yay,
Raffle.
And so maybe I'll give the shout outs first and then the raffle.
Yeah.
I have a
Send
number
those,
here. So
So-
if you're still on the call, number one, Andrew, could you share with people who don't have their name come up how to put their name up so we can see who wins? Could you give them the directions on how to fix that in StreamYard?
Well, just the ability to comment, we'll be able to showcase that after.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
then you can let me know in private chat, like who you pick, and then I'll showcase.
okay. So I have a number here. It's 1 through, so you want to put a number in the chat, and it's a single number. So 1 through 50 is your choices. So can't duplicate. So if someone picks a number, you got to pick a different number. And if we have a tie, then I will give the other person the other. So we have two raffles. We have 2 Creative Cloud subscriptions, and the person closest to the first time will win the first one, and the person who wins the second one will win the second. But like I said, if there's a tie, then we'll just stick with the one number, and then those 2 people will get the closest to that number.
Okay.
So put
And-
your
and-
numbers. Yeah.
And let me remind people that you need to give StreamYard permission to show your name and profile pic. If it says, Facebook user, and there's, different people with the name Facebook user with different numbers,
Right.
we don't know who that is. So you have to give permission to StreamYard to be shown.
So the first person that
for
the
DJ.
number we'll call is for the Tampa Adobe User Group raffle. It doesn't matter if you're not in Tampa, that's okay. And the second one is from the Milwaukee's Adobe User Group, and I will be collecting your information. So at the end of this, I'll need for you to send me a DM through Messenger. You can send it to the Tampa User Group. I need to get your information because I will need to collect some information because we have to fill out a form at the end of this. So I'll be collecting both winners' information. I'll send the second winners on to the Milwaukee, Karen's group, and she will be filling out the form. She'll be contacting you. So the first winner will be my winner. The second winner will be Karen's winner.
Yep.
Great.
Very good. So let's give them, I don't know, another minute or so to get the numbers in. And I'm seeing everybody's name on here now before. So I've got the first number here. So we'll just give it one more minute. And if there's anybody have questions too for Katrina. Thank you so much, Katrina. This was fantastic.
Yes, of course. Thank you
Yes,
so much
thanks,
for having me. Thank
Phenomenal.
you.
Okay. So in the private chat, Andrew, I will tell you, but I'll also announce, let's see here. Let me look. I forgot what the number was. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna send that to you real quick there, Andrew.
Yeah, just let me know, and then that way, when you're about to announce, I'll be able to be ready.
Okay, so let's see. I'm looking to see who would be the closest right now.
It doesn't look like anyone.
Maybe Maria Dyer Santos would be the closest one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Maria. you are the
Congratulations,
winner.
Maria.
Excellent, excellent. So
So she won the Creative Cloud, right?
Yep, she won a year subscription. So Maria, if I'm not sure if Maria is a student or if Maria is.
She's in the Insiders group.
Oh, okay. So she's a working professional. So what will happen is if she has creative, first of all, you have to have a Creative Cloud account, which is free to have. But if you already have a Creative Cloud, you'll have another year tacked on to what you already have. So Maria, if you would reach out to me through direct, a message. How can we do this?
And you can also message me, and then I'll just remind me, and I'll contact Sarah.
Pass it on to me. That would be great because, like I said, we'll have to collect some information from her. So since we didn't have a tie, oh, by the way, the number was 3. So the Number 3 was the winner. That's why she won. So now that there was no tie, I actually have a second number prepared.
Okay.
Okay, and so let me go ahead and put that into the private chat for everybody that's on the call. Okay, and let me go to the comments to see who's the closest.
Is it over or under?
Ooh, there's one that's really close.
Oh, yes. That would probably be the one. James?
James, that's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah.
The number is 37. Chris was close. Sorry,
James
Chris.
Brock, right?
Yeah, James Brock. You are the second winner.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yay. Okay, so yes, so either reach out to me or Andrew. Oh, someone says, unfortunately can't see private comments on call. Not sure what that was.
Well,
James,
James won, so he says sweet.
Okay. All right. And then Maria was our second winner. So yes, if you would, like I said, you can visit the Tampa Adobe user group and send a direct message there, or direct message to Andrew or direct message to Karen through her Milwaukee Adobe user group. That would be great. And so we'll be able,
your prize.
yes. And so we'll be doing this again in the future. Hopefully we'll be able to do StreamYard. So we'll have like a group of people talking.
StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard, through Facebook, and also through YouTube. So if you're watching through YouTube, we thank you very much. And next time, Orlando's Adobe user group will be doing a raffle. So we have raffles. Don't worry, we'll have raffles in the future. And it's
Right. So let me give some shout outs.
Yeah.
So the first is, check out Adobe Creative Cloud Express, adobe.com/express, or you can go to express.adobe.com. That's what it's all about. Adobe Creative Cloud Express, pretty easy to create a variety of wonderful things. So, and then for those who have been tuning in or will watch the recording on YouTube, please subscribe for more Adobe focused live streams and tutorials on my youtube.com Digital Art Drew. So Digital Art Drew on YouTube. Please subscribe. I'm close to 1,000. Get me past. Okay. And then Katrina said there was the get started in Creative Cloud Express today for free here. So you could also go there at adobe.ly/3R8WFW.
It's a unique link.
Yeah, right. Can't click on the screen, and then don't forget the Adobe Express Insiders Facebook community. And, obviously you can't click on the link, but you can do a search for Adobe Express Insiders on Facebook. And then on YouTube, you can follow Katrina. Is that good to share? Can I share that one?
Go ahead. Share. I'm already commenting as me.
Okay, great. So so follow Katrina on YouTube, and then feel free to join and follow for more and more events at the Tampa Bay Adobe user group. That's on Facebook. The group's Tampa Bay Adobe. You can also join my Photoshop and Lightroom group, Photoshop Lightroom group. Just do a search or type that out. Also my digital art group, the Digital Art Group on Facebook, the Milwaukee Graphic Design Adobe user group, facebook.com, MKEAUG, and the Orlando Adobe user group, facebook.com, groups, Orlando Adobe user group. Great. So yeah, lots of great places to follow and see new things coming up. So monthly meetings, monthly events, and then Katrina, what is the on Behance Live? You also have like a weekly show.
Yes. So I am on Adobe Live, which is on Behance or on the Adobe Creative Cloud and Creative Cloud Express YouTube channels. You can find me there every week, Thursdays, 8:30 in the morning, doing a short 30-minute session for Creative Cloud Express. And I also do master classes on every other Fridays at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. So that's more like in-depth features and just going, answering people's questions, a session just like this, essentially. So you'll see me every single week on there.
Excellent.
Mhm.
And a lot of compliments coming in. So Mark says, thank you so much for the overview. Very intriguing. And
Yes, thank you so much for the love, everyone. So happy that y'all
Katrina
enjoyed
is
the
2
session.
places at once, saying grateful for the discussion. Yeah,
I'm in so many places at once.
that's right.
That's
And
me.
Andrea says, someone's an awesome moderator for the Facebook Insiders group.
Mhm.
And thanks, Katrina. Amazing presentation from Matthew.
Thanks, Matthew.
And Maria says she will be in touch. Andrew and Sarah, thanks for all the great stream. Good night from London.
London.
And Facebook user, thanks for fueling inspiration.
Of course. My life's goal.
Showen says, thank you, Katrina.
Thank you, Sean.
Great. So yeah, thanks everybody for being here. It's really great.
Thanks.
And make sure to check out Adobe Creative Cloud Express. Thank you so much, Katrina. And I will be posting the recording in all the different Facebook groups. And you can find it on my YouTube Digital Art Drew channel. So thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are.